those aren't portable. Yet.
Indeed. Indubitably. Well, they're definitely portable if you have some Depends.
Well, I'd prefer not to pee on myself.
I mean, you're not peeing on yourself, though, if you're wearing a diaper. You're peeing in the diaper. Hey, man.
Okay.
I've put on more Depends on more old people than I care to admit for one lifetime.
That's a... I don't know what to say to that.
Bless you, child. Bless you.
Yes, you're doing God's work.
I was trying to see if I could get my dog in the picture, but he's too far in the corner. All right. So, when last we left our heroes, you guys had rescued Sign and Ian Gold from a camp in the mountains.
Indeed.
Apparently a priestess of Shar, part of the Nightbringers, had captured these individuals, and you approached their camp and dismantled it. Upon small deliberation and a run-in with some dire wolves, you made camp for the night a bit of ways away from this other camp that was set ablaze, and then decided to return to the town of Boulder Barrow to deliberate how you should continue. The cleric and paladin of Tempest implored a bard / courier to bring notice to their temple to receive guidance on how they should proceed, while the rest of you sought out own individual things. And we are currently at, say, the evening of that night, as there has been some discussion. Ferry, you went to the small general store in the town of Boulder Barrow. And again, Boulder Barrow is a very small town. Some logging work happens here. You know of some farmland to the south that some of the individuals travel up here to the kind of largest town in the area on occasion to receive food and trade. But it is small. We currently find ourselves at the inn of Crouching Cider Hidden Flagon. And we'll say that the 4 of you or 5 of you have kind of rejoined. A few of you have goals in mind as what you are trying to do, while the half-orcs are kind of content to sit here for the time being, unless you have come up with something else you would prefer to be doing, more waiting on response from your temple. The others might have other motivations to pursue out in the world. And I think I will let you guys deliberate on how you want to proceed.
And before we get into this, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Like, what, when we deliberate on stuff like this, are we supposed to do it in character for the most part, or do we talk a little bit out of character?
Oh, absolutely. Stay in character as much as possible.
Yeah, I think the idea is that you're talking and approaching the situation as your character. So, Ian Gold, you had your personal motivations. You were trying to get word back to Helgum, to your temple.
Yes.
But recently, travels have shown you that traveling alone might not be wise.
Yes.
And having able-bodied individuals around you might be a good thing. It is up to you, ultimately, what you guys decide to do, but deliberation will be mostly in character, from your character's point of view.
Now, do we all know about the Dwarven City, or do only some of us know about it?
I think that everybody's kind of lightly aware of the Dwarven City. None of you have ever been there. Ferry, you would have been directed there as in your need of tinker tools. You were told to seek out a place of more merchants where wares are readily available, and you might have more luck to find those things. Thon Badir is the ideal place to go, and the shop owner that you approach would have suggested that. For Ian Gold, this is the next biggest house between you and Holgham, and if you were not intent on returning to Holgham, this would probably be the best place to find a courier of some sort to head to Holgham.
And maybe even a temple.
There might be a temple of Palor in the city of Thon Badir. If anybody at any point wants to roll we'll call it a history check, they can, in regards to what they might know about Thon Badir.
All right.
Why not? Thing.
Sutha, you know nothing.
Can I do a religion check on whether would it be a religion check or a history check to see if dwarves worship Palor?
I will allow either.
Okay. I have a +2 to religion, so.
You have met people in your order, dwarven individuals that are worships of Palor. I mean, that's as far as your knowledge really goes. You're not really knowledgeable about how far the dwarven worship of Palor goes.
Darn. Well, I'll. So, what are we all doing right now?
So I think that we've had a little bit of narrative here as Sign is sitting in the corner of the inn with a meal, and Grolix walks over and greets him with a wave. Grolix holds up his hand to the barkeep for a drink for his friend. The barkeep happily obliges as she comes over. She says, "So, a cup of ale for you."
No, just one for friend here.
Oh, all right then. 2 copper pieces when you can get it to me.
And he puts 2 copper pieces down on the table and
thank you.
gives her a nod and a grunt.
Thank you.
Actually, he
thank you.
puts 3 down, sorry.
She takes it graciously and returns to her post.
50% tip. Jeez.
Sign would be like, wow, hey, guy, geez, thanks a lot for this.
You have been through much trouble. Is least I can do.
Oh, man, I've been through some things, but boy, that paladin guy, geez, he says he'd been through days of it.
Indeed, Zug. Very strong.
So, where
He'll
do
drink
I
the
come into
ale.
play? Yeah.
We'll say that
Zug.
if you aren't in this tavern,
Well,
and there's
I am.
something that,
I am in the tavern.
okay, if you are in the tavern, you could easily overhear this. It's not a very big
Okay.
place.
I suppose. Well, the thing is, I don't I'm sorry, I'm out of character so much, but I'm struggling to figure out how I would convince the paladin and the cleric to come along with me. Like,
Maybe-
this is,
Roleplay it, character-wise, roleplay it.
Yeah, have a discussion, figure out their motivations.
I mean, in
and
character, my
just see
character
where it
doesn't
goes.
even know about the Dwarven City yet. Like, I haven't even heard about it, so.
So,
like-
Magic Man, tell Grolix, where are you headed?
Nowhere in particular for now. Where did I come from? From, Melton?
Your organization. No. Your organization is outside Fallborn. The mentor that leads your school has a small village-esque setup, multiple buildings. Individuals have kind of live around there. It's a bit of farmland, but he finds his quote unquote school there. So we'll say, let me draw a shape on this here map.
I would know
tell
like
me, Master
Right
Man.
there.
where I am from there, right? Like,
What bring you out this far?
I don't know if you know where Boulder Barrow is. Roll a history check. I'll give you advantage on it.
Glad other people are going before me because I don't think I'm too good right now. It's been 2 weeks.
You can roll another one as well. Was that with advantage?
oh, right, with the bench. My bad. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Nope. Yep.
Can I
with the
you've-
assist him?
You've heard of both. The assist would be advantage on the roll anyway.
Okay.
So you have heard of Boulder Barrow, but you're not sure of its exact location.
Right.
And you
Right.
have, as in you heard about it before. You don't really, you know, you're in the mountains. You know where the mountains are, but you're not really sure. And I think you would have heard the conversation the day prior. Actually, I don't know if you know where the Tempest Temple is.
No, I doubt I
Magic Man,
would.
tell Gorlix.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Why are you so far from home?
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure where I am. I mean, I know I'm somewhere up in the northwest of where I used to be, but I guess I'll have to find some trade caravan to follow.
Well, you know river down south of this town. We cross it.
Yeah, you're headed south as well?
River go down to big city near Tempest Temple. City called Fall of Born.
Right, right. And at this point, I imagine I probably would recollect that there's some temple out there. Oh, right, right. Yeah, that temple out there. Yeah.
You at least 4 days from home, if you from Fallborn.
Jeez, they sure did drag me a long way out here.
Why they drag you so far out? What bring you here?
I don't know.
You got picked up when you left to meet your mentor, when he was agreeing to show you something north of the city, but before you even left your little small village, you got nabbed by this group.
Do you relay that to me?
Yeah, I would definitely relay that to you.
Okay. It sound like you not in good predicament. Shaw priestess very strong. Not good person to fight for you. You shall probably travel with me and Suta for now. We go south to Tempest Temple. We take you home.
Yeah, but geez, guys, I mean, what is home really? If they could take me from there before, why not again?
It's true. Perhaps you have something to get from home.
While they're talking about this, I walk over and sit at the table as well.
Hello,
And,
Paladin of Palor. What bring you here?
Um,
How you faring after ordeal?
all the cuts and bruises, they ache, but I'll get over it.
Indeed, you spill much blood for Tempest. Gorlick's very proud of you, Paladin. You prove yourself in battle.
Thank you.
Have very long way to go, though, before you truly strong Paladin.
Having been beaten by a bunch of goblins, even though I keep that to myself, I say yes, I do have a very long way to go.
Indeed.
But
Recommend you follow me. I teach you ways of strong Paladin.
that's not a bad idea, to be honest. Even
knows?
though I'm
Maybe you come to Tempest. We find you cleric. You pledge life debt. Boom.
The common or half-orc term for everything's good. Finished.
From the garbage to your plate, spaghetti and meatballs. Boom.
Look, I mean,
Dinner.
come on, they say warg as well, so I mean, who knows?
It's true. Boom, boom. Work.
Anyways,
You drink.
Well-
You want drink? And I wave at the bartender again.
She hurries over.
Drink
Another
for
cup of
friend.
ale.
He
Are
too
you gonna get
poor.
one?
No. Me not drink. You have chicken leg.
Yes, we can make some chicken up for you.
Or better yet, you have wolf leg.
No, unfortunately, no,
So-
wolf.
At that, Garlix reaches into his pack and pulls out the dead wolf carcass. Wacha! Slams on the table. You make wolf leg.
I don't know if you could carry that in your bag. You would have clearly been carrying
no,
that
just the
with
legs.
you.
Just the legs.
Just the leg. Oh, you just chopped off the legs. All right. She says, she kind of like jumps back for a moment as you just whip this leg out, and she said, "Huh."
I put down 2 silvers for her efforts.
We can prepare it for you. You've provided the meat. It's not that much is necessary.
Garlix, thank you. So do Tempest.
all right. And she takes the legs, begins to head back to the bar and to a curtained area behind, which you assume is the kitchen.
As she's walking away, I say, "Oh, please, bring drink for puny paladin here, please."
Oh, she did. When she
Okay.
came over, she had the cup in hand and puts it down.
Good deal.
Is 6'6" puny? Heh.
Where is
Anyways.
Fari?
I mean, you got to
Where's
remember, I'm
Fairy
7
at
feet
this
tall,
point?
so
Oh shoot.
That is up to her.
Anybody see Fairy Girl?
She would have gone and talked to the shopkeep, which wouldn't have taken very long. We'll say it's about midday right now as you guys are kind of conversing. And yeah, she would have had knowledge. It's up to her whether she's looking to regroup and meet with her friends, unless she has another purpose in town that she would like to look for.
No, I'd come back to the inn after my failed shopping trip.
Alrighty. And you would see, is Sutha there?
no, she's upstairs praying as per her usual ritual. She just
Okay.
texted me about it.
Oh, by the
Yep.
way,
I'm
Um,
upstairs trying to. My whole goal as a cleric for Tempest, I wish to communicate with Tempest. That is the highest honor that a cleric can get, is if Tempest's own words to her. She has
Come
been
to her.
trying for years to try to do this. She tries every day just to see if Tempest will speak to her. She's always patiently listening, and it seems like almost every day she fails. She is listening for Tempest.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
can I? While you're doing that, you might also want to check your Discord sensitivity because you keep cutting out in the middle of your sentences.
Yeah, we're trying to get her settings set up properly.
All right, I'm just making sure she knew that.
You go through your rituals and your prayers. They embolden you with a sense of pride and know you were doing right. But you do
I'll just
not
try
hear
to
the
keep it down.
voice of Tempest at this time.
I'm not worthy enough to hear Tempest.
Has Fairy come back to the bar yet?
Yeah, I'd say that you hear the tavern door open.
Little fairy girl, come join us.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of trudge downstairs after my failed attempts to commune with Tempest. I'm a little bit shaken, but it's more on my self-pity of I am not yet worthy.
All right. I do want to flesh out that idea. So you have been a follower of Tempest for quite some time, and being sent out from your order in the manner that you are to deal with these type of problems is a higher responsibility.
So I would assume after doing this great deed for Tempest, he will speak to me, and I'm still trying to get him to speak with me.
All right. You do know that as a cleric that powers are being. Not everyone has powers, so like your ability to cast spells through the will of Tempest shows that he has shown some sort of favor on you. That is a knowledge you should carry with you.
Yes, but some of the higher clerics can
Yes,
speak
exactly.
with Tempest, and I would like to be of that higher caliber.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that was all clear.
Till the messenger goes to Fallborn and comes back. We're all here at the table,
Indeed.
right?
Yes, you are all currently sitting together.
Indeed. We all at table, Ian Gold.
I'm
Stay in
I'm
character.
sorry. Sorry. I'm still getting used to this.
It's fine. Just stay in character, dude.
Okay. So. Shit. I'm trying to think of what I'd say. I'm so terrible at this.
No,
I'm sorry.
don't worry about this. Just say what's on your mind. You are
Well-
thinking something as your character right now. Pitch this to the team.
We have 8 days until the courier comes back. There
Aye.
might be something we could do in the meantime.
What you mean, like go north and take care of Shar, priestess, and cult before orders come back from Tempest? I like this idea.
I put my hands up and I say, that may be a little hasty. What I was thinking was we go and travel to the nearby dwarven city. I need to send word to my order, and the only courier that could have done this has left. So I need to go to the city in order to do that. But traveling alone in this neck of the woods is rather
Stupid.
risky, to say the least. And stupid, yes.
That perhaps you wait until messenger come back and then you send messenger, or you wait till messenger come back and then we go with you.
Both of those are valid ideas, but we still have 8 days until he comes back. So what did you plan on doing in the meantime?
Grolix go fishing, catch many fish.
Wait. Tempest has not blessed me or Rolex the ability to hear him.
Well, to be fair, Grolix not try, but indeed, Grolix not know. Grolix no better than try to speak to Tempest. It is grave insult.
to speak, Rolex, but to listen when Tempest speak.
Grolix not know what that
He's-
sounds like.
I am told it is the most magnificent sound a follower of Tempest could ever hear is their master's voice.
Like sound of battle.
Sign begins mouthing to himself,
Bravest of battles.
sort of like trying to imagine what battle sounds like.
I think
Yes,
Grolix might
you
notice that and be
Nick.
like, battles sound like many men screaming and dying. And in heat of battle, rage fills Grolix's heart. And Grolix know is only appropriate to swing axe and not stop until he last one standing or dead.
I'm gonna try to
And in that
actually
moment of clarity,
Sign getting this information is going to think about it, and he's going to do his best to do a minor illusion of his best impression of this.
Okay. It's
Eh,
pretty decent.
He shrugs.
Grolix
It's
approve
alright.
of your battle. In this, you see, Grolix here in battle, and at this moment, clarity come on Grolix. And in that moment, everything grows silent. And in that very moment, Grolix hear voice of Tempest, and Grolix understand what to do next. But since no battle, Grolix go fishing.
I was about to be like, Grelix, you begin to hear a voice.
It's
There's enemies all around you. All right, why am I doing my dwarf voice? Grelix, there's enemies all around you.
you guys hear
There's
that?
a small dwarf in his head. Run!
He sound like old man. I hear old dwarf man. Is he around?
Magic man, quit messing with Grolix.
Garlic's confused.
Sign shrugs.
At this point, the
Is my wolf done?
barmaid, comes over with your wolf leg, freshly cooked, and puts it in front of you. She's, well, it's my husband's first time at cooking wolf. Hopefully we did it all right.
Gorlix, thank you very much. And at that, he pulls out a big, long kukri off his back and slides it down one side of the bone and offers it to Sutha.
I accept this offering and bow my head to him.
And then Gorlix starts to eat.
Are the rest of you hungry?
I kind of like pull back a little bit from the wolf, and I say, I think I'd like a little stew, if that's okay.
Paladin don't know what he's missing.
Indeed. Yum, 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 yum.
That's fine. We can. I can have some out for you in just a moment. I'll be right back. Anybody? Before I go, anybody else? Is anyone hungry?
How much was the stew again?
5 copper pieces.
Okay.
Subtract.
I'm gonna just
from one gold.
retroactively
One
say
gold.
that Sign got a stew for 5 copper pieces earlier. And so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
sort of
You
nod
said you were
at
eating
Ian
when
Gold,
they
sort of
came
like,
over,
yeah, it's
so.
good, you know, sort of nodding at him.
Okay, and I hate to keep being out of character, but it's 10 copper pieces to a silver piece, 10 silver
Yeah,
pieces
100 copper to gold. So
So 10. So I'd have like
95 copper.
5 copper.
No, you have 95, right? You have a gold piece.
Well, I mean, yeah, I have a gold piece, but
So minus 5 copper is 95 copper, or 9
And-
silver pieces and 5 copper.
okay. So I hate to like ask this in the middle of the game, but like, do they just hand you the copper, or are they more likely to give you silver?
Don't
Does
worry
that-
about it. Don't.
Okay.
Oh, they would give you silver. Just for the sake of this, they'll give you silver.
Just
Yeah, that makes
assume
sense.
that
Okay,
you've got
that's
your money
fine.
changed up to the
I'm
correct
so-
amount, unless it's
You
like a
divide it.
ridiculous amount.
You divide it how you want to divide it. Yeah.
The problem is, I'm trying to manage one single gold piece. So
Just
I think Gorlix would see this and say, Puny Paladin, may think you need to earn money before you go travel.
I sigh and I say, yes. And
There are plenty of
but-
lonely women here.
Now hold on.
I do not think Paylor would.
Is
Look
below
kind.
belt for Paladin. Do not say again, Sutha. Is not nice.
I agree.
Very, very mean thing to say to Puny Paladin.
Thank you, Rolex.
I apologize, Grolix.
Not say
So-
sorry to Gorlix, say
so-
sorry to Ian Gold.
My apologies, Puny Paladin of Paylor.
I thank you, Sutha. And so I asked the waitress. The word escapes me. I asked the
Bar wench.
waitress, the barmaid. That are there any tasks you need help doing around the area? I'm very light on coin.
Indeed, Gorlix good at fishing. What you pay for fish?
You'll ask this as she brings your stew back, and she takes a moment to think. Oh, she's like, I personally don't need anything done. But if I recall, Remnian was in here a few nights prior complaining about something up in the woods attacking some of his loggers while they were chopping down some of the trees. Some sort of bear-like creature.
Ooh, those are nasty.
Sutha, Gorlix think that where battle be. Must go there.
He might be able to throw a couple
Not
coin,
stray
a few
far.
coin your way. If you're keen on taking care of this problem for him. I can't promise anything, but might be worth looking into.
Gorlix need battle.
Could be a sign from Texas.
Sign needs some
We'll go where
coin,
he
so
whispers.
Sign needs sign from Tempest. Sign is battle. Sign go to sign. Get coin for sign. Sign.
For sign, for Tempest.
Sign nods very like wisely at this, sort of, like the paladin just said something very profound.
Yeah, Garlix is confused as fuck about what he just said.
He just kept going. He just kept digging that hole. She says, yeah, if you need anything else, just let me know. But yeah, Remnian.
Do you know where this man would be right now?
Yes, he owns the loggers mill on the river south of town.
Thank you.
Well, that's where Garlix goes, Sutha. You ready?
Sutha is ready.
I think at that point, Garlix would stand up.
Sign will stand up
Alright.
and say, mind if I tag along?
Absolutely, Sign. Always more room for Magic Man. Fairy Girl, you come too?
Yeah, may as well.
What about you, Puny Paladin? You come?
I need to eat first.
Indeed. We meet outside in 20 minutes. Garlix need to take shit.
Can do. I shake my head and I go back to eating and I say a silent prayer to Paylor for strength.
So 10 minutes from now, after all of his armor is off, you hear screaming coming from the bathroom. Or roaring. Roar!
Roll a Constitution check.
It stops after about 30 seconds.
Grelix, roll a constant. Yeah, okay.
Oh dear. You might have to start digging it out with a stick, man.
It is.
Drow ration's not nice to Garlix.
Yeah. Something you ate's not agreeing with you.
It's okay. After a few minutes when he's done, he puts his armor back on, which takes an additional 10 minutes. All in all, 23 minutes.
Not bad,
It
not
was
bad.
amazing how you kept that held in.
As he comes walking out of the bathroom, whew, I commend you not go in there.
I have my head resting on my hand for a little bit, but when he comes around, I straighten up a little bit.
Come along then. Let us go. And
So, yeah,
he
we'll say
starts out the door.
It's about 5:00, but it shouldn't be too far of a distance to this mill. As you guys begin to head south of town, and you can begin to hear the roaring of the river. It is a quicker river that kind of runs down the side of this mountain, and you see the building, the mill, begin to pop up on the horizon of this town. As you approach, you can see where where the blade to cut the wood is set up, but there is no one currently there. You do not see any visible figures, but there is a building, a door, a porch as you approach.
Sutha, where would people?
Probably behind door.
He walks up and just opens the door. Just
Oh,
throws the door open.
I put my hand on his shoulder real quick.
Oh, no.
and close
I already
I think this already happened.
Aw, damn.
You
You
go up.
gotta be quicker on that, man, if you're gonna try to
Okay.
stop me.
Okay, I go to
Sutha's
reach
used to
for his
this.
shoulder a little late.
You attempt to, but he is far too quick as he goes for the small door
Paladin.
handle on the left side of the door and pushes
Wait.
it open.
Sutha is used to this. Relics always jump into things.
He throws the door open, and I guess you want a perception check?
I don't think you need to perceive. It's a one. It looks like a 2-room house. One large room, and then a small room that has no door or anything. You can see a bed on the right side of the house.
Hello, wood people. Where are you?
Yeah, 2 people in a small kitchen area. Kind of one woman, half elf, sitting at the table. Kind of startlingly jumps as an individual sitting at a small counter turns around and says,
And I
Lady in
I
inn sent
butt
me.
in-
Say you need help.
I
butt in
sorry,
and
what?
I say, excuse my friend here. He's not used to the houses.
Sutha, what he's saying, I don't understand. Garlics have plenty of houses. He stay in house when he in tribe.
The male individual has a kind of a rag in
This
his hand. He
country
puts it
have
down
different pleasantries
Yes.
than our tribes.
Please,
uh,
would you take it out of my personal what the fuck? Take it out of my personal space, please. Martha, it's fine. You all seem to mean well, but can we take this conversation outside?
Indeed.
Yes.
Garlix closed the door. Like, he was literally just head in the door, holding the door handle, and then Ian Gold, like, popped around his shoulder and said, "Hey, excuse my friend." And he say, "Indeed," and closes the door back.
And a moment later, the half-elven male walks out. You see his short blonde hair kind of kept close to his head. Has muscles on him, but kind of wearing, common clothes, just to cover most of his body. He says, okay, sorry, you said you were here to help with something. I'm terribly confused.
Garlic's
He's-
confused too. Lady in town at inn say you need help. But you not need help. You look afraid.
Well, it's... But people don't regularly barge into my home, especially ones that look like you. I apologize, but
He not used to seeing Paladin?
no, not quite. Not used to
I
five
think he's
individuals.
kind of racist, actually.
Wait, are you saying they
No, I didn't.
Wait, he not like orc.
No. I didn't mean anything about your race. There has been issues with some orc clans around these parts, but nothing. If you mean well, that's fine.
I think he means heavily armed people walking into
Yes,
his house.
you have a giant axe on your back. I apologize. I meant no offense.
Garlics have giant axe. It's right here. And he pulls it off his back. Watch out.
Yeah, yes, I saw it.
We're here. We heard that you may have a problem with a bear-like creature roaming around and attacking your workers.
Oh yes, a few of my loggers that work in the north of town here. They have recently. Sorry, I'm a bit startled. They're complaining about a bear, a owl bear that's been coming on to where we get our wood from recently. It's attacked one of the men I employed. We haven't seen him since he was taken away. I can only assume he's dead. But the other two individuals are too scared to go into the woods now for fear that this creature might attack again.
Go on.
If you're willing to help, I might be able to send some money your way for the trouble. I know not where the beast resides, but I can show you where my men claim to have seen it. Of course, if it could wait till morning, that would be good. I was in the middle of making dinner for my wife and I.
We're very sorry we barged in.
Is it okay if we stay here tonight?
I believe we'll have to camp.
Well, there's the inn up the hill a little ways.
What if Owlbear come back in night? He attack your family, take your wife,
he didn't attack
rape
here.
your children.
I don't, sir. I don't have any children. He didn't attack my home. You see, he attacked north of town. My men farm the trees up north.
Yeah.
Little ways, about
Very
a
good.
mile and a half outside of the city. Oh, not city, town. Sorry, I'm from down south. Yes, I unfortunately could not put up all of you. There is the inn in town. I could cover your costs for the night.
And I say that won't be necessary. We'll just head back to town. Thank you for your understanding.
Yes, it's no problem. Just come meet me in the morning. I can take you there.
So Grolix is going to switch to Orcish and say something to Sutha.
Okay.
He's going to say, "I say, dear Sutha, why on earth is this paladin continuing to speak for us?"
Sutha shifts to Orcish and she says, Well, I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I think it just makes him feel important. Just let him keep going.
Oh, yes, quite. There's no problem for me. I completely understand. What do you want me to do, Sutha?
Perhaps we'll just go to the inn and just rest for the night and meet back up with him. Just make sure he doesn't come back too bloody from this whole owl bear thing. I don't know what exactly they are, but anything coming with this one can never be too careful.
I say, yes, quite. It sounds like a smashing good time.
Indeed.
And then he switches back to common and he says, "All right, Grolok's ready to go."
And I'd like to say to Grolux, for future reference, I don't know how you do it back home, but around these parts, we knock on people's doors before we enter their homes.
Perhaps you should have said something before I opened the door then.
I didn't know you'd be walking into his home, to be quite honest. It's
At our home temple, there is no need for privacy. We walk into each other's rooms all the time.
Very true. And he nods his head.
well, around these parts. I'm not sure elsewhere, but back east, or rather west. West.
I was about to say these aren't
I'm
really
sorry.
your parts, but
Paladin don't know directions very well. Not very good at travel.
Back west, we enjoy our privacy.
Perhaps if you have nothing to be private about, you live much more happy life, more ready to kill for Tempest.
And I say, I sigh and I say, maybe we should head back to town.
Indeed, Ian Gold, you have much more to teach me about said, what word did he say? He say, culture.
And manners.
Not know what manners you speak of.
We'll get to that. But I'll be giving you lessons on manners from here on out.
Only lessons I take from Sutha.
Well, maybe I can talk to Sutha about something.
Zug zug.
And I wave on and return back to town.
alrighty. Okay. So you return to towards the end. Is there anything that you guys would like to be doing before the night's end? We'll check on that.
I'm gonna take another shit.
All right.
I put my face in my hands as I'm sitting in the inn.
It's a lot cleaner. Goes a lot better for you.
Sign has like a whole entry in his journal, like a little subsection on like orc biology, and there's just like pages now filling it on like the dietary habits of orcs and like how often they shit.
He comes back
like,
out after a
like the
couple minutes.
fact that they eat wolves and stuff, and like
Wolf agree with Grolix much more than trail ration.
Oh man.
Okay, so what is Sign doing right now?
I imagine writing fervently and looking puzzled in his notebook.
You look confused, Sign. What's wrong?
Say, how many times a day do you shit? Also, how much food do you eat?
On good day, 20 pounds of food, and at least 4 shits a day. It's necessary for a growing boy. Garlic's very young.
Sign gives
Still
like
shits more
a
than
look
old orc.
like he's had a sudden inspiration, like aha, and he like starts writing down a whole bunch more.
You have to teach Garlix how to read, so he can read your book.
Sign will actually stop for just a second and look up and just sort of be like, he's about to say something and then just sort of goes, no, this is a conversation for another time, and just sort of finishes up the notes.
Damn, makes me wish I knew Orcish instead of Celestial.
Everybody feels so inclined to pick those crazy special languages, but Celestial's fine.
So-
I'm at like Common, Elvish, Dwarven,
Anyways.
and yeah.
Speak Draconic.
Oh yeah, me too. But
Anyway,
I guess I don't know if I speak it. I haven't really. I guess I can read it though at
You
least.
could definitely read it.
I speak Draconic.
You haven't had anyone to speak Draconic with.
Yeah, so I wouldn't really know like what the hell it's supposed to sound like, but I can make out like what the words are supposed to mean,
Okay.
like if they're written.
okay.
I might eventually, like, if I had somebody to talk to for a while, I might eventually figure out, like, oh, this, makes this sound, etc. But yeah, definitely not at first.
Anyways, I walk over to Sign, and
I lied. I don't speak Draconic. So I was being Mormon.
I was like, I
Suta
don't know
speaks
why
Draconic.
you don't. Oh, okay. It's like, of all languages that you know, Draconic.
No, she speaks Draconic. I don't.
Got it.
Anywho, I
Garlix
over-
goes to bed.
All right.
and I walk over to Sign and I say, or I say, hello, Sign. And do you mind if I sit with you?
Sign pauses for like a good long moment while he's still writing something in his book. Then finally he finishes writing, sets it down, and then looks up at you and says, "Oh yeah, no, I don't mind at all, guy. Have a seat."
And I do so. And I say, so I wanted to talk about the circumstances under which you were kidnapped and what led you to this point.
Say,
Well,
look, guy, I
where-
don't know too much about it myself. I went off to go and talk with my master about something that he wanted to show me, but before I even got a chance to go out and meet him, I got nabbed. Apparently, they took me quite a ways away from what the orc tells me.
How far?
Sign opens up his map and just sort of shows him, like, the crude thing between Boulder Barrow and Fallborn. It doesn't have any sort of measurements, it's just his rough estimates.
Oh, is this his personal hand drawn map?
Yeah, it's
Or is
I got
it,
a 13 on the intelligence check, so I mean north is north, but it's not great.
okay? So
Yeah, he's got a rough sketch of what he believes the area looks like.
so
If
it's
you were
not like
familiar
full-
with maps of the area, you
It's-
might be able to identify it. That's but if you've never seen a map of the area, it probably doesn't
He
make
do-
much sense to you.
His kind of perception would be kept to basically this region. He would know that the mountains are obviously over here, but this would be the main area that he would kind of draw. But it would be very, very crude.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're
I'd
talking
say-
like there's a river, some like circles for Fallborn, Boulder Barrow, Tempest, some like mountains and stuff.